What's up everyone, I'm the Chess Nerd, and today I'm going to show you the difference between a human thinking in chess and a computer playing chess. And this is a game I played against myself in a random position that I found in a book, and just to see how your attack fixates on a particular concept compared to a computer thinking outside the box, and how we should all think outside the box. So yeah, this is the game.
So this is the position in which white is clearly attacking the king here. You can see the black squares around the king are pretty weak. And we have a nice bishop pair axed, fixated on the king's castle. And obviously we take on g6 here and sacrifice. Now with this sacrifice comes a lot of potential in attacking. So queen takes g6 here, check. And now the king has to move to f8, only square. Now, after king f8, white can't really play queen g7 checkmate because of the queen defending the 7th row, that queen on e7. So instead, we opt for another plan with white. We have to think hard and long about this and think how to trap the king. So you look at the candidate moves, and one of those moves is queen h6 check, which gives the black pieces two choices, one of which is king g8, and that gets there, and the other of which is king f7. Both give the same thing, a queen to g7 check, followed by a king e6, and then, you know, white would love to push f4, f5 checkmate here, but unfortunately, white does not have time because of queen takes g7. Nor does white have time to play f4 because of rook takes h8. And so that makes it complicated for white because you can't just play twice in a row with the white piece with the same pieces. So you have to use a tempo here to play f4 here. But f4 in that time is incorrect because of queen h7 saving the black pieces. So f4 directly here. What about that? Now we're threatening queen h6 check, king f7, or king g8, same thing. Queen h8, queen g7, king e6, and then f5 checkmate, which is it's a reasonable threat. It's actually considerable, and you know, moves like a rook lift with rook f3 are possible. But here black have a clear defense move. So rook e7 here, staring down on the 7th row again. And well, let's see what it gives for the black pieces as a defense mechanism. So king g8 does not work because of queen g8 checkmate a few moves later. And on queen e6, as we saw, king e6, as we saw, f5 checkmate. So on queen h8, the specialty that black now have is the defense move rook g7. And on rook g7, well, it's pretty well defended. I mean, white can't give up their bishop for the exchange because the attack is run out. So white have to think of a special plan here to get it to win. And so f5 here comes with the idea which threatens e6, and now the white queen has no possible defense for her rook on g7, and the white pieces just win very easily with queen f7 checkmate there, as you can see. And so f5 looks like a good move here to defend and threaten e6. So now black have to respond with a very good move, and that move is king g8. And so on king g8, there's e6, but then the superb move, rook takes g2 check, saves the black pieces in an incredible fashion with the substitute move, queen h7 after that sacrifice. And the white pieces are somehow saved in this crazy position. And, you know, white still have an attack here, but it's way less. It's delayed, and it's not winning anytime soon, as you can see. the black pieces are pretty weak. I mean, you still have an undefended king for the black pieces. Your bishop can't really move, and your two pieces on the queen side are kind of out of play, right? The knight on c4 and the bishop on a5. But still, this is a good defense for the black pieces, and it doesn't look like it's enough for the white pieces to win here. Now let's look at what the machine, the chess computer, says right here, directly right here. Goes against all of our thinking of centuries and plays e6 here. What? e6 looks like a crazy move. Even there you see my head bopping, just like, what is that? e6 is a sacrificial move, and obviously the queen can't take because of queen g7 checkmate. And now let's see what happens if the rook takes, because that's the most interesting. Again, this is not, I did not think of e6 on the spot. This is when I looked at Stockfish on chess.com, and it suggested e6. So on rook takes e6, queen h6 check, king g8, king f7, same. Queen g7 check. And now we have queen g8 check, which is the checkmate that we always wanted that was never available. And obviously queen g7 doesn't work here because simply it gives a queen. The magic of e6 here is that it takes the queen off of the 7th row and stops it from protecting the g6 square, the g7 square, if it moves. And so the black pieces have to take the pawn or do something about it to evade the immediate threat. And so that's how a computer thinks compared to just a simple human thinking of a logical plan. It goes against all logic, and computers, this is the change that computers have put on the world. And, obviously we're excited to see that computers are better than humans and they've brought something new to the chess world, but it's not always, it takes you off guard. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.